This is Pre-Calculus Part 1, Section 4.2, Trig Functions, the Unit Circle, page 485 to 486, Example 8. Evaluating trig functions with the calculator. Just doing straightforward trig is fairly easy. If you can find the sine, cosine, and tangent buttons on your calculator, they're right here, right above the numbers, and their inverses are above that when you get to that point. But putting these in the calculator is very easy. But the first thing you need to do is, if you are talking about radians, and since this doesn't have a degree symbol on the cotangent 1.2, we know that's also radians. So if it's in radians, you need to be in radians. So that's, you go to mode and you make sure that you are in radians. If it's not in radians, the radians will not be highlighted. So if I went over here and hit enter, it would put me into degrees. Okay, but I want to be over here, so I'm going to hit enter on radians. Okay, then I'm going to quit out of there. If I want to do cosine of pi over 4, I literally hit the cosine button. It gives you the parentheses, and you go get the pi button, which is second pi. It's right here above the caret, and it's pi divided by 4. And with or without that last parenthesis, it knows. Now, notice they put 0.7071 for the answer, but in the calculator, it keeps going. That's why I said this is not an exact answer, because you've now rounded it. Okay, cotangent of 1.2, there's a couple ways to do cotangent. You can do its quotient identity, which is cosine over sine. So you could do cosine of 1.2 over sine of 1.2. So cosine of 1.2, and here you have to close the parentheses in order to divide, over sine of 1.2. And if you do so that's the quotient identity, cosine over sine. The reciprocal identity would be 1 over the tangent. So we could also do 1 divided by the tangent of 1.2, and we should get the same answer. Okay, and then make sure that you're rounding correctly, because this is greater than a 5. You're rounding that to an 8, and that would be the answer. Okay. Oh, I see. They're showing you scientific versus graphing. I didn't catch that. Hopefully you are using a graphing calculator, although scientific calculators do have this capability also. Okay, then for the checkpoint, for sine of pi over 4, you're literally doing sine, go get the pi, divided by 4. Don't use 3.14 unless you absolutely have to, because it won't be as accurate. And then cosecant is 1 over the cosine, so we can just do, 1 over the sine. So we can just do 1 over sine of 1.5, and again, there's no degree mark, so I know that it's in radians. I guess that 1 didn't need to be there. Oh, I didn't do it right, sorry. 1 divided by sine, sorry about that. 1.5, there we go. So it would be 1.0025 would be your answer. They like you to go out to 4 decimal places.